Imagine waking up every day with strong, steady, and energized legs, without that feeling of weakness, without unexpected pain, without cramps disrupting your night, and most importantly, without the fear of losing your balance. When we talk about aging with quality, one of the most critical areas is leg strength and proper function. After all, our legs support the body, ensure mobility, allow us to walk freely, climb stairs, go for walks, dance, hug our grandchildren, and live independently. The truth is that many of the leg problems that come with age aren't just caused by time, but by a lack of the right nutrients in the body. Vitamins and minerals that the body once produced or absorbed easily start being less effectively utilized, and that's when weakness, falls, spasms, cramps, and slower walking appear. The good news is that all of this can be reversed or improved with smart nutrition that gives your body what it really needs. In this special content, I want to introduce you to the 10 most important vitamins and minerals to strengthen your legs after age 60. Some of them you may already know, like vitamin D and calcium, but others are often forgotten, and they make a huge difference in your balance, muscle strength, and even nerve function. What you're going to discover here can transform your daily routine, boost your energy, and bring back the confidence you may have lost over time. So stick with me until the end, because each of these vitamins plays a unique and essential role in your leg health. Let's start with vitamin D, which is much more than the sunshine vitamin. It's the foundation of muscle strength and bone protection. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles don't respond well, your bones become fragile, and the risk of falls increases drastically. As we age, the skin loses its ability to produce vitamin D from sun exposure. And since many older adults spend less time outdoors, whether due to reduced mobility or fear of sun exposure, the body becomes deficient. And because this deficiency is silent, it slowly erodes your muscle energy. Muscles become less responsive, reflexes slow down, and the reaction to a stumble becomes delayed. All of this can be prevented. Vitamin D helps maintain fast twitch muscle fibers, the ones responsible for immediate actions like balancing or stopping a fall. It also reduces inflammation in the muscles, relieving chronic pain that is often attributed to aging but actually signals a nutritional deficiency. The ideal way to maintain good levels of vitamin D is through daily sun exposure, preferably in the early morning for about 15 to 30 minutes, with arms and legs exposed. But if that's not possible, supplementation may be necessary with medical guidance. In addition, foods like eggs, fatty fish, liver, mushrooms, and fortified dairy products are good complementary sources. The second vitamin is calcium, which you've probably heard of, but you might still think of it only as the bone vitamin. The thing is, calcium doesn't just strengthen bones, it's also essential for your leg muscles to function properly. It plays a direct role in the muscle contraction process. In other words, every step you take, every time you stand up, walk, or squat involves calcium. Without it, muscles can become weak, tired, or even lock up during movement, causing cramps and pain. Ideally, you should consume between 1,000 and 1,200 milligrams per day, which can be achieved through milk, yogurt, cheese, dark leafy greens like kale and spinach, sesame seeds, canned sardines with bones, and fortified plant-based beverages. And never forget, calcium is only well absorbed by the body when accompanied by vitamin D, so they should always go hand in hand in your diet. The third essential vitamin is vitamin B12. This one is often forgotten, and it's one of the most dangerous to be deficient in. Vitamin B12 is responsible for keeping nerves functioning properly, and if nerves don't work, muscles don't work either. A body deficient in B12 starts to show signs like tingling in the legs, numbness in the feet, loss of sensation, balance issues, and a constant feeling that the legs are weak or heavy. This happens because B12 is involved in the production of the myelin sheath, a kind of protective layer for the nerves. When it's lacking, the electrical impulses between the brain and muscles slow down and motor commands fail. B12 also plays a role in producing red blood cells, which carry oxygen to the muscles. When there's not enough oxygen, muscles tire more quickly, lose strength, and recover poorly. B12 is found in animal-based foods like red meat, chicken, eggs, milk, cheese, and fish. If you eat little meat or have digestive issues, your levels might be low, and that's when tests and often oral or injectable supplementation become necessary. Continuing with our list of the most powerful nutrients to protect and strengthen your legs, we arrive at the fourth essential element, magnesium. Magnesium is often called the calming mineral, and for good reason. It regulates muscle contraction and relaxation by keeping electrical signals balanced between nerves and muscles. Without enough magnesium, muscles become more restless and more likely to contract involuntarily and painfully. That's why one of the main causes of nighttime leg cramps in older adults is magnesium deficiency. But that's not all. Magnesium also helps form healthy bones, improves sleep, reduces muscle and joint inflammation, and contributes to blood pressure regulation. It's a true ally for muscle health. Magnesium-rich foods include pumpkin seeds, almonds, Brazil nuts, spinach, black beans, avocado, and bananas. However, since magnesium is easily lost through urine, especially in people who take diuretics or blood pressure medications, many people over 60 need light, supervised supplementation to reach ideal levels. Next up is potassium, which holds 5th place on our list and is another crucial mineral for those wanting to keep their legs strong and cramp-free. Potassium plays a direct role in regulating heartbeats, kidney function, and, of course, muscle contraction. It helps regulate the fluid balance inside and outside muscle cells, and this makes all the difference when walking, climbing stairs, or getting out of bed. When potassium levels are low, it's common to feel muscle weakness, frequent cramps, tremors, or a heavy feeling in the legs. What's concerning is that this deficiency is often subtle and doesn't show clear signs until it's already well advanced. To maintain good potassium levels, it's best to eat a variety of foods like bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, coconut water, spinach, beans, lentils, and citrus fruits. However, like magnesium, potassium can also be lost through medications like diuretics. So if you have high blood pressure or fluid retention and regularly take medications, it's worth discussing potassium levels with your doctor. We've now reached the 6th vitamin, vitamin K, which is usually remembered only for its role in blood clotting, but is actually one of the major protectors of bones and joints. It directs calcium to the right places, meaning the bones, and prevents it from accumulating in the arteries, muscles, and joints. This means that vitamin K prevents stiffness, improves circulation, and helps keep your legs looser, lighter, and more functional. It also contributes to cartilage health, helping reduce pain in the knees, ankles, and hips, which are key joints for mobility. There are 2 main types, vitamin K1, found mainly in dark green vegetables like kale, spinach, arugula, and broccoli, and vitamin K2, found in fermented foods like natto, fermented soy, aged cheeses, egg yolks, and chicken liver. K2 has a longer lasting effect in the body and is especially effective for those wanting to protect bone health long term. One important detail, if you use blood thinners, you need to consult your doctor before increasing your intake of this vitamin. In 7th place, we have an essential vitamin that's often overlooked, vitamin B6. It's directly involved in the production of neurotransmitters, the body's chemical messengers, and also helps form hemoglobin, the protein responsible for carrying oxygen in the blood. And why does that matter for your legs? Because without enough oxygen, muscles become fatigued, heavier, less responsive, and more prone to pain. Vitamin B6 also helps maintain healthy peripheral nerves, which means it protects against numbness, tingling, and unstable leg sensations. Foods rich in B6 include chickpeas, salmon, potatoes, bananas, chicken, liver, and fortified cereals. A lack of this vitamin may also be linked to poor absorption, which is common in older adults with digestive issues. So if your legs tire too quickly or you feel dizzy when walking, this could be the underlying issue. The 8th vitamin on our list is zinc, a mineral many people know for its link to immunity, but which also plays vital roles in muscle regeneration and tissue integrity. Zinc is involved in collagen production, muscle protein synthesis, and the healing of micro lesions that naturally occur during movement. It also acts as an antioxidant, helping reduce oxidative stress, which contributes to premature aging of muscles and joints. Zinc deficiency can lead to muscle mass loss, delayed recovery after physical exertion, increased infection risk, and overall frailty. Good sources include beef, chicken, oysters, pumpkin seeds, Brazil nuts, eggs, and whole grains. The recommended daily intake is around 8 to 11 milligrams, and it's important to keep this level steady as both excess and deficiency can cause side effects. In 9th place, we have vitamin C, known as the immunity vitamin, but it's also essential for those who want strong and resilient legs. Vitamin C is involved in the formation of collagen, the protein that gives structure to muscles, tendons, ligaments, and blood vessels. Without collagen, everything loses elasticity and movements become stiffer, drier, and more prone to pain. Vitamin C also improves iron absorption, a key mineral for transporting oxygen to the muscles. If your legs always feel tired or weak, it might be due to poor iron absorption caused by a lack of vitamin C. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, acerola, guava, and kiwi are excellent sources, as are red bell peppers, broccoli, and tomatoes. Since it's a water-soluble vitamin and is easily lost through urine, the best approach is to consume it in small portions throughout the day. Finally, we come to the 10th element on our list. Choline. Not widely known, but absolutely essential, choline is a nutrient involved in the production of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that regulates muscle movement and muscle memory. Without enough choline, the signals sent from the brain to the legs lose strength, which affects coordination, balance, and muscle responsiveness. Choline also supports the maintenance of cell membranes and helps prevent muscle breakdown in older adults. It's found in foods like eggs, especially the yolk, liver, soy, beef, and milk, and because it's a nutrient often neglected in modern diets, it's one of the first deficiencies to appear in people with very restrictive diets or low intake of animal proteins. Now that you're well acquainted with the 10 vitamins and minerals that support your legs from the inside, strengthening muscles, protecting bones, improving circulation, and preventing those painful cramps, the next step is even more important: how to put this into practice in your daily life in a simple, enjoyable, and realistic way. Because it's no use knowing about the nutrients if they don't regularly make it to your plate, right? The good news is that you don't need any extreme diets or difficult, expensive meal plans. With small changes in each meal, you can include all these nutrients in your routine. The secret lies in combination and consistency. Let's build a realistic meal plan together, with practical examples and adaptable suggestions, all from the perspective of someone who understands that life after 60 needs flexibility, balance, and flavor. Let's start with breakfast, which should be light but nutritious. An excellent option is an omelet made with 1 yolk and 2 egg whites, seasoned with herbs like parsley or oregano, served with a sliced ripe banana topped with a tablespoon of flax or chia seeds. This meal already provides a significant dose of choline, vitamin D, high-quality protein, potassium, and magnesium. To round it off, a warm cup of chamomile or fennel tea helps reduce muscle tension and starts the day with calm. If you prefer, a coffee with milk is also a good choice, especially if the milk is fortified with vitamin D and calcium. In the mid-morning, if you feel like snacking, instead of reaching for processed cookies, go for a handful of unsalted nuts, such as 6 to 8 almonds or cashews, along with a small glass of coconut water. This combo is rich in magnesium, potassium, vitamin E, and healthy fats, and it also helps with cellular hydration, which is essential for preventing involuntary muscle contractions. At lunch, the focus should be on a variety of colors on your plate. Start with a salad of dark leafy greens, like spinach, arugula, or kale, drizzled with extra virgin olive oil. Add grated carrots, steamed broccoli, a serving of brown rice, beans or lentils, and a source of protein such as grilled chicken breast, baked fish, or even lean cooked beef. This combination delivers a powerful dose of vitamin K, vitamin C, zinc, iron, B-complex vitamins, plant-based calcium, and natural antioxidants. If you'd like, add a tablespoon of pumpkin or sunflower seeds, which not only add flavor but also increase the zinc and magnesium content of the meal. For dessert, an orange, kiwi slices, or a guava will provide a good dose of vitamin C, essential for iron absorption and the collagen that supports muscles and tendons. In the afternoon, it's time for a snack that keeps your body balanced without weighing down your stomach. A small bowl of plain yogurt with oats and a spoonful of honey, for example, is an excellent choice. Yogurt provides calcium, protein, and vitamin D. Oats offer energy and fiber, and honey adds a sweet touch without overdoing it. If you want to switch things up, a small piece of roasted sweet potato with cinnamon is also a delicious option, with amazing benefits for your muscles thanks to its potassium, magnesium, and complex carbohydrates that sustain muscle energy without spiking blood sugar levels. At dinner, keep things light. A homemade soup with a variety of vegetables, carrot, pumpkin, chayote, kale, a bit of shredded chicken, and a spoonful of quinoa or brown rice is a comforting meal, rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals that support muscle relaxation and sleep. If you prefer a solid meal, a tapioca wrap filled with scrambled eggs and sauteed spinach is also an excellent source of choline, vitamin K, protein, and iron. To drink, an herbal tea like lemongrass or mint is perfect to wrap up the day and prepare your body for a cramp-free night. And before going to bed, if you often experience nighttime cramps, it's worth adding one final act of self-care: a small banana with a glass of warm milk and turmeric. This not only delivers potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6, but also works as a natural anti-inflammatory, helping to relax muscles and promote deeper sleep. This simple ritual can be a game changer for your sleep quality and in preventing spasms during the night. A lot of people ask me, "Doctor, what do I need to buy to have a diet that strengthens my legs and prevents those annoying pains?" And I always give the same answer: with planning and attention, you can turn your fridge and pantry into true allies for your health. A smart shopping list based on your body's real needs can do more for you than many expensive supplements. And the best part, it doesn't have to be complicated or long. You just need to understand what your body truly needs after age 60 and make intentional choices. So grab a pen and paper, or save this list on your phone, because I'm going to show you exactly what to include in your weekly groceries to make sure your meals provide the 10 vitamins and minerals that protect your legs and your balance every single day. Let's start with foods rich in vitamin D. This vitamin is a bit harder to find in food, so it needs special attention. Include eggs, with the yolk of course, preferably pasture-raised eggs. Also add fatty fish like salmon, canned sardines, with bones, tuna, and mackerel to your list. Fortified yogurts and milk are also great allies. Mushrooms like shiitake and button mushrooms, when exposed to sunlight, contain some natural vitamin D. And even if you take a supplement, these foods should still be part of your diet. For calcium, you can rely on traditional foods like milk, white cheeses, plain yogurt, and tofu. But don't forget the plant-based sources: collard greens, broccoli, spinach, okra, sesame seeds, and even white beans are excellent sources of plant-based calcium. Oh, and if you drink plant-based milks like almond or oat milk, always choose the fortified versions with added calcium. Now let's move on to vitamin B12, which is found almost exclusively in animal products. This includes lean meats like liver, chicken, fish, and low-fat red meat. Eggs and dairy are also good sources. If you're vegetarian or eat little meat, include B12 fortified breakfast cereals in your diet, and talk to a doctor about the possibility of supplementing. To make sure you get enough magnesium, write these down: pumpkin seeds, Brazil nuts, almonds, spinach, kale, avocado, banana, black beans, and oats. These foods not only prevent cramps, but also improve sleep quality, help regulate blood pressure, and reduce muscle pain. Potassium is also easy to get with foods like bananas, sweet potatoes with skin, tomatoes, fresh orange juice, coconut water, avocados, lentils, spinach, and dried apricots. If you regularly take diuretics or have high blood pressure, this group is especially important. And remember, potassium works better when you're well hydrated, so drink plenty of water throughout the day. For vitamin K, dark green leafy vegetables are the stars. Add collard greens, spinach, arugula, watercress, and broccoli to your bag. Don't forget fermented foods like miso and hard cheeses, and if possible, try natto, a fermented soybean food that's very common in Japan and extremely rich in vitamin K too. Now for vitamin B6. It's found in sweet potatoes, chickpeas, chicken, fish, especially tuna and salmon, bananas, watermelon, and whole grains. This vitamin helps your nerves function better and prevents that numb or tingling feeling in the legs. Zinc is found in lean red meat, oysters, chicken, milk, cheese, cashews, pumpkin seeds, oats, and whole grains. Zinc is essential for muscle regeneration, so if you feel like you're losing muscle mass, make sure it's not missing from your diet. Vitamin C is even easier to get. Fruits like oranges, acerola, guava, kiwi, strawberries, papaya, and mango are excellent sources. Vegetables like red bell peppers, tomatoes, and broccoli are also very rich in this nutrient. And the best part, vitamin C helps your body absorb iron from food, protecting you from anemia, which can also lead to weak legs. And to wrap up our list on a high note, we have choline, found especially in egg yolks, liver, chicken, broccoli, and cauliflower. Few people know how important choline is, but it's essential for the nervous system, muscle memory, and communication between the brain and legs. With this simple list, you can make sure your body is getting everything it needs to keep your legs strong, avoid pain, improve balance, and live with more freedom. And the best part, all of these foods are easily available at any local market, grocery store, or produce stand.